Hello everyone and welcome to part 2 of KSP 1.0. In the last episode, we made a couple of flights and we almost broke through the atmosphere, but we didn't. In this episode, we're actually going to test a few things, including seeing, in this tracking station, if there's anything different about the solar system. Nope. Elo, Jewel, Drez, Duna, Eve, and Moho are all still the same. I thought there was going to be an additional planet added. I think that's something they might be thinking about in a future update, is adding more gas giants and such. Also, one thing I completely did not test is the fact that scientists are able to reset experiments, and that's something I really do want to test. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to throw a Science Junior on the, literally just the back of the cockpit, because why not? That makes sense. A mystery crew container on here, a thermometer on here, and we are going to have Bob do this, because I'm reasonably sure that scientists are able to reset experiments after you take the data out of them. So, let's go ahead and observe the, I'm not going to get much science, if anything, from this yet. 1 science. And it's probably going to be 0.7. I was going to say 0.5. Log the temperature. Now we're going to get you out of there, and you're going to take this data. You're going to collect this data. It says restoring functionality will require a scientist, so let's go ahead and I already took the EVA report from here, so that's fine. Collect this data. Alright, now can I restore this? Media restored. Module operational again. Oh wow, scientists are a lot more useful now. Oh, I should say media restored. Should say module. See, now we can observe it again. Awesome. I mean, we're not going to get anything from it, but that's still awesome. Alright, let's just go ahead and recover this. Okay, so scientists are actually pretty damn useful now. You can use them to reset experiments. That's really cool. I mean, he's not going to get any experience from that, but that's fine. I don't think we can orbit, and I'm not going to try. Okay. So now it's time to break the atmosphere. No more playing around. And we are going to break the atmosphere so hard that you won't even know. I'm going to throw our first service bay on here. It's heat resistant, so that's fine. We're going to open it. And we are going to bring the service bay back with us. And we're just going to throw 2 landing struts on here. Okay. Now, how heavy is the service bay? It's not heavy at all. So the micro landing struts and 1 parachute should be more than enough to bring all of this back. So I don't think I'll need a parachute, but I am going to add a battery in here. And we're going to put 2 mystery goos in here if I can. I did not want to put 2 batteries, I only wanted to put 1. There we go. Let's go ahead and fix the battery placement. I only want 1 of you guys. There we are. So we have a battery and 2 mystery goos in here. Now we can close this service bay. And they are completely shielded from re-entry heat, so I don't have to worry about them. So I can actually bring these back, don't have to worry about them being destroyed and whatever. We don't have action groups yet, so that's mildly irritating. Aerodynamics. Aerodynamics, we need a heat shield on here. And we need a stack decoupler on here. Boom! So this thing will return by itself. Nothing else on it. Because if I manage to reach space, I can do EVA reports and also take away the science. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the science bay. I already have the atmosphere science, so the only thing I need from this science bay is, if I can rotate it properly, there we go. That's the way I want it to look. The only thing I need from this is data from space around Kerbal. I did not say Kermin this time, so IR intelligence. Should probably also put a communitron on inside the service bay, otherwise it could be subject to re-entry heating. Now, the challenge about doing that is if I put it in wrong, it's going to poke through the cockpit, and that's going to look stupid. So, first of all, let's do that. Nope. Now I want to flip it around. Oh, I almost had it. It's going to poke through as it is. Just trying to pick up the... No. No. Just want the... There we are. That will not poke through, but it might wind up poking through the friggin' mystery goo. I mean, technically clipping is legal, because the pre-made builds do it all the time. So, yeah, you can put a lot of batteries and stuff in there, like some RCS fuel as well. Surface bays are useful, and you get bigger surface bays as you go on. So, anyway, now we have communications, all that fun stuff in there, and batteries. That's all great. Why is the word engine still on my screen? I hate when this happens. We're just going to name this Javelin, because this is eventually going to break the atmosphere. And save it and exit. I don't know why that happens, why the word engines will appear randomly. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and build what will be our... Why? Oh, there it is. Yeah, we're going to build our first atmosphere breaker. So... Remember, this thing is designed not to reach an attainable orbit, but to break atmosphere. So it's really not important for this thing to have all the redundancies I would normally put in something. As a matter of fact, I think I might have too much fuel on here. We're going to use the back thumpers. And there is a real danger here that I'm about to hit the parts limit. And actually adding these nose cones might put me over. Am I at the parts limit? Oh no, I've got 3 more parts left. Alright, so this is aerodynamic, it's got the boosters. The only thing this thing doesn't have is struts, which is a problem. But I think I can live with it. I have room for 3 more parts actually, so I could add another battery. Could add radial parachutes if I so wished. Could add another booster, I could add another fuel tank, but I think I'm just gonna go with the safe route and actually put a scientific instrument in here that I did not think about. That would be a thermometer. How could I have forgotten my new scientific instrument? Let's put 2 of those on there. And then with our last remaining breath, by remaining breath, remaining item, why is there... I only wanted 1. There we are. And we are at exact parts limit, and we have more than enough mass, so let's go ahead and close the surface bay. Save, and we are going to let Valentina take this one. She's my other pilot. It doesn't matter, because I'm not going to gain orbit, so... If I were to just gain orbit... No, she'd still gain the experience. Anyway, this is the view she has. It's not great. It's not great at all by any means, but she has a view. And we are going to do this. I'm going to keep the throttle on this one low, and... So basically my strategy here is to use these boosters to get as high as possible without really caring about the aerodynamic effects of this. And then once the boosters are gone, I can try to push and do my gravity turn, even though the gravity turn really should be a steady process now. Jesus, we're going too fast. Yeah, see, I have to try to be as steady about this as possible. Otherwise, the, Oh! We lost a fin. We have lost a fin. Oh, wow. We have a very large apoapse. We went so fast, we broke a fin off. If we actually take a look at... Did I hit F3? Oh, I must have hit F2. Yep, winglet exploded due to overheating. Whew! That's why you don't go straight up, kids. You do not go straight up. Anyway, we can open the service bay now that we're not in atmosphere. Well, for the most part. We are about to be in space, so... Anyway, did we already get in atmosphere? Yes, we did, so I can go ahead and reset that. That's fine. We have the mystery goo. We have the thermometer, which I don't believe I got up here yet. No, I did not, so let's go ahead and keep that. Good thing I caught that before hitting space! Space has been had! Let's go ahead and save that. Go ahead and save this. We can go ahead and close this service bay now, because we don't need that. And yeah, we need a crew report. Look how happy Valentina is! First Kerbal in space, and it's a woman. Suck on that, Memonists. Alright, we're going to go ahead and take an EVA report, and we are going to RCS for the first time as well. We're just going to go ahead and do our first duty of taking the experiment out of here, so that way when I jettison it, I'll still have the science for it. And while I'm here, let's go ahead and grab this. We might as well take this data. And board. Alright. So, I could try to get into orbit, but I didn't take the mission for it, so... Oh, geez, SAS, help me. Yeah, I didn't take the mission for it, so I'm not going to try. Now, we are just about to hit Appleweb, so what I'm going to do is go to the Space Center and try to get the, science from around Kerbin mission. I'm hoping I don't need to... Yeah, here we are. Okay, where is it? Science around Kerbin. Let's go ahead and get rid of these. Visual surveys. I don't care about the surveys. Yes, there are new missions. I will get to those. There are new missions. Get rid of that. I don't want these. No. Give me a science data around Kerbin before... I don't care about VIPs. I don't care about tourists. Give me science data. Give me science data. I don't care about visual surveys. I don't care about testing, stuff. Give me the science data. It won't give me the science data. It doesn't want me to gain free science and money. Give me free science and money, damn it. I need this to happen in my life right now. I don't care about VIPs. I don't care about tourists. Apparently all it wants me to do is ferrying tourists, which I will not do. This is just super annoying. Come on. Give me science data around... Fine, you know what? I won't. I guess it won't give me that until I've actually obtained orbit. Which I could do. I'm still on my suborbital trajectory. And I think I actually do have enough fuel to do it. I'm pretty sure I have enough fuel to do it, honestly. Go ahead and take a look at this. Well, one of the main reasons I'm actually doing this is because I don't want to come in that steep. And I do not have enough fuel to do this because I burned so much of it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep all this until I hit atmosphere. Go ahead and point like this. I'm going to keep this until I hit atmosphere and use what little fuel I have left to slow myself down. And then I will jettison everything. And then after that it'll just be the heat shield, the heat resistant service bay, the landing gear, which as you can see looks like this. You know, 2 of these. Worst these things are going to do is cushion my fall. And yeah, we've got everything else, right? Let's go ahead and go on EVA, take and store it. That way I have room for another crew report. But I have one from the atmosphere already, so unless I land somewhere that's not ocean, which is unlikely, so let's go ahead and wait until we hit the atmosphere again. Okay, and now it's time to slow ourselves down, because we're coming in very fast right now. Go ahead and SAS right here. Just burn the rest of our fuel, trying to slow down a little bit. Okay. That thing's got higher mass, so it could wind up getting caught by the atmosphere and being flung back in my direction. But it looks like as long as I do it this way, I'll be fine. Let's go ahead and quick save it here. Just in case these landing legs are enough for me to lose aerodynamic control. At first I thought I didn't put a heat shield on here. That would have been horrible. Did I already get the mystery view from this height? I'll keep it just to be safe. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to keep the SAS on because now I have more than enough electric charge. Here we go. Re-enter heating. Keep retrograde, keep retrograde. Without the mystery goo containers, this should be relatively easy. We are shaking a little bit, though. We are losing some of the later eventually. Just don't like moving. Mach effects! And parachute, please. There we go. We didn't lose too much of the ablator there, honestly. And we would lose more of the ablator if we actually reached orbit. Ooh, I got a message on Skype. That's nothing important. I don't care about that. Let's go ahead and turn off the SAS now, because we don't really need it. Stick out the landing gear just to break our fall a little bit. Let's go ahead and change this thing's minimum altitude. Actually, let's be a little daredevilish and set it to 350. Because, you know, I just have a death wish right now. Valentina lives on the edge. It's just how she is. We are going to break orbit in this episode. I don't care how long it takes. Setting my timer for 20, we're already at like 15 minutes. Slow down, slow down, slow down! And we have slowed down to 6 meters per second, which should be enough for this service bay to withstand. And we are about to hit. One of the reasons why I wanted to parachute to deploy so low is because I really just did not want to be bothered being in the air for so long. We have lived! We live all the things! I did not take the temperature while over the... That was a mistake, but we could take it from in the water. We already have all the crew reports and everything from here, so let's just go ahead and recover this. Valentina Kermin, the first one to obtain atmospheric breakage thing. And 87 science, we can get only one. Or can we get more? Oh yeah, I forgot I already got the temperature data from here. That's a big bummer. I can, however, get a crew report from the crawlway. All it would take is me doing some running. So, let's just go ahead and do that. And, yeah, Bob, you get in there because you're the science guy. Bob the science guy. He is totally not drunk doing drunk science. EVA, get off. Did I get a crew report from here? Oh, no, I did not. So that's some science. It's not quite enough. And now we are going to run in time acceleration. Run your little Kerbal butt off. This could take a while. We're just going to get to those little things right there. That's the crawlway. And, yeah. Doing a little dance while we wait. I know this is so entertaining, right? I'm so glad you guys are watching this. Alright, so we are here. We're going to do an EVA report. Oh, God. Yes, overwrite the old EVA report. From the crawlerway. Okay. Now we're going to recover Bob. We're one science short, but we're going to recover this. And we're just going to do that again. And get the report from the runway, which is something I did not do before. And that should give me enough science to get 2 of the 45 techs. Come on, Bob. Get off. And EVA report from the launch pad. Alright, now get up. I said get up, Bob. Cannot be lying down all day. Get back in and recover. There we go. When in doubt, there's always some science you can do close to home. He actually gained experience from that? Okay. Okay, so we are going to grab advanced rocketry like I mentioned before I would do. And I can either grab flight control or advanced construction. I want advanced construction. And we are going to build our orbital craft and launch it. Or will we? I don't think we'll have time in this episode, sadly, but we are going to build it in this episode. So we're going to use the same exact setup that we had before with a service bay here. And then a heat shield under that, and then a decoupler under that. There we are. This right here is what we will use. In the service bay, we're going to have a single battery because I need the additional space now. And we're only going to have one thermometer because I need the additional parts. And there's only one bit of science we're going to be getting, and that's orbital because... No, we don't even need orbital. Unless we obtain high orbit. Yeah, if we obtain high orbit, that's fine. So let's go ahead and stick that on there. And that is correct, okay. And yeah, now we just need a battery, right? Let's throw a battery in here. There we are. Surface bay has a battery. Let's go ahead and close the surface bay. We really shouldn't even need the landing struts, and if the landing struts are actually the deal breaker in terms of the amount of space I have to work with, then I will get rid of them. But yeah, this should be fine. We have one Mr. Goo, one battery, and the science, and one thermometer. That should be fine. We need a parachute. It's fine. Let's actually go ahead and name this so I can save this for later. Basic lander. That's all this thing is a basic lander. It's nothing I'd want to take to the moon or anything, but it's something. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this. Alright, so we should only need an RT-200 fuel tank for orbit. But I'm going to be safe, and I want to get high orbit. So, I'm going to use the Terrier liquid fuel engine. And we're going to separate this. Did I really get the Rocamax branded coupler? Wow. Cool. Okay, so, yep, this right here should be able to circularize and get a slightly high orbit and deorbit. Right here. That's all that is. So, yep, and then only this will come back. Okay. So now, we need something that will actually get pushed into orbit. So we're going to put 2 of these on here with a swivel engine. Structural, I'm going to want... You know what this time I'm thinking? I'm thinking this time I use just liquid fuel engines instead of boosters. So let's go ahead and do that, actually. We're going to use the aerodynamics because this time I want to be able to control this thing a little bit better, so let's go ahead and do that. We'll put 2 of these on here. Can these things snap, please? Thank you. And we have the swivel engine on there, and we're going to have Reliance on the side. There we are. And they're all going to fire at the same time. And we can just lower the thrust manually however we need it. What are my parts at? We are at too many parts, which is great, so we're going to take these off. Because we need aerodynamics on here. The only thing these things are meant for is for pushing us through. So aerodynamics. We need this now, before we can get away with not doing this. Alright, so... And it looks like the 2 parts that we are going to be short is this. No, actually because... Oh, no, we put the winglets on there. We don't need, yeah, we don't... we're going to name this Uno 1. And, sorry, Bob, but you cannot SAS, so Jeb's got to do this. Alright, so the only thing we're missing is struts, but I should need struts for this. So, we have aerodynamics. I should probably put these higher up, honestly. Center of mass, center of thrust, center of lift. No, we want the center of lift to be below the center of mass. There we are. Okay, that's Uno. We're going to launch Uno in the next episode, so I will leave you guys on the launch pad. I know, I'm an evil man, but this episode is at 23-ish minutes. So yeah, we will launch in the next episode. If you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like for me. Make sure to leave me a comment, guys, and I will see you guys next time, where we will be headed to space once I get my staging correct. Very intelligent, aren't I?